Quality is not an act. It is a habit. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Happiness depends upon ourselves. Anybody can become angry. That is easy, but to be angry with the right person, and to the right degree, and at the right time, and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power, and is not easy. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals, separated from law, and justice he is the worst. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Well begun is half done. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. A friend to all is a friend to none. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. We make war so that we may live in peace. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. Good habits formed in youth make all the difference. Republics decline into democracies, and democracies degenerate into despotisms. The law is the reason, free from passion. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. The state comes into existence for the sake of life and continues to exist for the sake of good life. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. The secret to humor is surprising. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality that guarantees the others. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. Personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. It is just that we should be grateful, not only to those with whose views we may agree, but also to those who have expressed more superficial views, for these also contributed something by developing before us the powers of thought. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. Those that know, do. Those that understand, teach. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. To run away from trouble is a form of cowardice, and while it is true that the suicide braves death, he does it not for some noble object, but to escape some ill. The end of labor is to gain leisure. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children because they are more certain they are their own. The soul never thinks without a picture. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. The character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. A tyrant must put on the appearance of uncommon devotion to religion. Subjects are less apprehensive of illegal treatment from a ruler whom they consider God-fearing and pious. On the other hand, they do less easily move against him, believing that he has the gods on his side. Change in all things is sweet. It is best to rise from life as from a banquet, neither thirsty nor drunken. The most perfect political community is one in which the middle class is in control and outnumbers both of the other classes. Even when laws have been written down, they ought not always to remain unaltered. Jealousy is both reasonable and belongs to reasonable men, while envy is base and belongs to the base, for the one makes himself get good things by jealousy, while the other does not allow his neighbor to have them through envy. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. What is educated insolence? The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, and desire. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons. There is no great genius without some touch of madness. Education is the best provision for old age. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensibility, but through the greatness of mind.